The French number system is whack, and here's why. So French numbers start out all simple, but then they get very complicated very quickly. So today, to demonstrate this, I'm going to be counting to 100 in French to show how complicated the numbers get. Also, sorry if my accent's bad. I mean, I speak English most of the time. I do know how to speak like some French because I'm Haitian, but I speak English most of the time. So sorry in advance if my accent is bad on any of the numbers. All right, let's begin. So first we got your standard 1 through 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
As you can see, the first 10 start out pretty standard, it's a different word for each number, very simple, 1 through 10. And then we have
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20.
Now, for some reason in French, whenever you want to say 21 or 31 or 41, you have to say like 20 and 1. 21. Like, you have to say it like that. This is the only case for when you say like 21 or 31 or something like that. Any other number, like 22 or 32, it's just like 22 or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's not the weirdest thing about the French number system. Everything about the French number system is normal from here up until 69. So let's count.
23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, which is 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69.
If you want to say 70 in French, you have to say 70, which is like 60 and 10, which is kind of weird. But then also, if you want to say 71 in French, you have to say 71. So like 60 and 11. So it's like the 21, 31, 41, 51 thing again. But this time it's 71, and instead of saying 1, you're saying 11, but it's the same way. So it's 71. Then, if you want to say 72, it switches back, so it's like 72. So there's no so there's no end. It's just 72. And then it continues up normally.
73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79.
I just think it's weird that the French number system has us doing all of this, adding and subtracting to figure out what number it is. Like, they didn't have a word for 70, so they just put 60 and 10 together and got 70. And I guess it makes sense, but, I mean, why don't they just have a number for 70? I guess that's my question. But it gets even worse as you get to 80, because the French don't have a word for 80 or 90 either. So what they did instead was make the word for 80 for 20s. And then they made 90s for 20s plus 10, etc., etc. And I just think it's weird. Like, it's very weird. Like, they have us out here multiplying 4 times 20 plus 10 plus 9 to get to like 99. And it's like, why do we have to solve these equations just to count in French? Like, it's just weird. I don't understand it. I guess they thought that numbers ended at 69, so they didn't come up with numbers for 70, 80, or 90. It's very strange. Let's just start counting. So first off, we have 80, which is 80, which translates in English as 4 20s. So that's how they say 80 in French. Then it's 81, which is like the same as 21, 31, 41. 81, which is like 80 and 1. But instead, in this case, it's like 4 20s and 1. So it's like 4 times 20 plus 1. That's what they're saying in French if we were to translate it directly to English. So that's weird, but it makes sense. And then we have
82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, Then we have 90, which is 90. Now for 91 in French, you don't say 90 and 1 like the other numbers you would. For 91 in French, instead you say 91 with no un. So it's not 90 and 1, it's just 91 in French. 91. Then it's 92, 93, 94, 95, 86, 97, 98, 99. And the grand finale, number 100 in French, is the long and tongue-twisting word cent.
Thanks for watching.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,